Hey guys, Reese here and welcome back to my channel. So, very interesting video today. Today I'm going to talk about how to invest your first $1,000 and turn it into $1 million passively. No, unfortunately that's not actually what I'm going to talk about, but that is unfortunately the expectation a lot of new investors have for their first $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 is to somehow make some magical returns in the market, in real estate investing, starting a business, and turn that money effortlessly into a large sum. And therefore, unfortunately, when these new investors have that expectation to make a lot of money, a very high return on a relatively small investment, well, they usually start to look for those get-rich-quick schemes and where to put their money to make that really high return. So for example, if you're looking to trade in the stock market, you might be enticed by day trading penny stocks, which if that's what you do out there and you make money, good for you. However, a lot of these new investors go in with no education and then lose all their money and then give up on investing forever. And I think that's somewhat rooted in the fact that, my generation or the younger generation tends to have a lot more of an instant gratification mindset, a lot more of a something for nothing desire, maybe lack of work ethic. Hate to say it, but we can work around that if you know where to start. And so in today's video, the real topic we're going to talk about is where to invest that first $1,000 for the highest return on investment, whether you want to invest in real estate, the stock market, maybe you want to start your own business, any industry, where do you put that first $1,000? So guys, if that interests you, please go ahead and like this video as well as subscribe if you're new to the channel. I really appreciate it. I bring finance, real estate related content to you guys twice a week, so I'd love to see you back in the next video. With that said, guys, where do we put our first $1,000? Well, some of you might be a little bit upset with this topic today. However, your first $1,000 should be spent on relationships and education. And I know that's not really an exciting topic to talk about because a lot of us out there want to put that $1,000 into something and turn it into 10. However, that's just not realistic. Whatever you want to pursue, whether it be day trader, swing trader, real estate investor, long-term buy and hold, whatever, you want to put that first $1,000, maybe even first $5,000, but you don't have to, into learning everything you can about that industry and building relationships with people that are succeeding in that field. So some of you might be thinking right about now, like, you're not gonna tell me how to invest my $1,000 and turn it into $1 million? As Graham Stephan would say, dislike, unsub. But hopefully not. Hopefully you guys stick with me here. If I could do that, I would be a millionaire by now myself, and I'd love to share that with you guys if I knew how. And so first we want to invest in our education. And now, I say spend your first $1,000 in education and relationships. However, you can go a very far way in the education step without spending any money. So I'm not saying you necessarily have to blow any of your money here. However, you can spend some money buying books, taking some free online courses as well as paid online courses, in-person seminars, whatever. Things to get around people, working in the industry. Learn as much as you can before you make any moves towards actually investing in that asset class. And so you see, a lot of people, they jump in with both feet. Let's talk about the stock market, for example. Say you're, an 18-year-old, you've got your first $1,000, you're ready to invest that and make some money. Well, unfortunately, a lot of times these, young people, or older, it doesn't matter, they'll see a hot stock, right? Oh, Tesla's going to the moon, right? And they'll throw all their money into it. And maybe they make a lot of money, maybe they lose all their money. But the problem is, with either scenario, you didn't really learn anything. Say you lose everything. Well, you don't have the education yet to really be able to analyze what went wrong. Why did I lose everything? What was wrong with that stock pick? And same goes for if you make a lot of money, there's no real way to duplicate that because you don't know what you did. You just took a guess. And so if you focus on education first before you make that first investment, well, you set yourself up for success because you have a lot more knowledge to make that investment decision. However, even if you do lose money on that first trade or that first real estate investment, you have the knowledge to then be able to analyze what went wrong. How can I correct this and move forward from here to not lose money on the second investment? And this is often why we see lottery winners go broke within a few years after winning $100 million. Because they're given all this money, but nothing changed for them. They still have the lack of financial education and the bad financial habits they had before they won the money. And so if we just skip this step here and start investing $1,000, maybe you get lucky for a year or two and make some good money, but you have no financial habits, you have no financial education to, over the long run, grow and maintain that wealth. But I don't think this is any reason to lose heart. Building wealth is difficult and it can be slow. However, I think Ryan Serhant said it best, where the first 3 years of anything you do should be spent like you're going to college. Like you are spending all that time learning. It doesn't matter if you make a penny. If you want to be a real estate investor, you don't have to take 3 years, but say that beginning phase is learning from people. It doesn't matter if you make any money in, say, the first year. The goal is to learn and then grow exponentially from there and build wealth. We shouldn't be afraid to spend time on education, nor should we be discouraged when building wealth is slower than we thought. And second, we want to pursue relationships with people active and successful in the industry you want to make money in. Whether that be a day trader, real estate investor, whatever, starting a business, whatever, find active investors or find active business owners in your field and build relationships with them. I recently watched a video by Chandler David Smith that I think exemplify the exact reason why you want to spend so much time building relationships and why any money you spend building these relationships will come back to you 10, 100-fold. You should not be concerned about spending money building relationships. And so for those of you that know him and subscribe to him, you may know this video, but a recent video Chandler put out was about how a buddy of his bought and house hacked a 4-unit. And his buddy is all in with $13,000 using an FHA loan on this 4-unit that was a great deal. However, here's the catch. Chandler actually owned that 4-unit and sold it at break even to his buddy, the 23-year-old, who bought the 4-unit. Now this 23-year-old, he was trying to find a rental property to house hack, whether 2 to 4 units, and he had to use an FHA loan because he only had 3.5%, 5% down. And he was searching, but the problem is in today's market is that it's super competitive. And so if Chandler's buddy was to find a deal, he would probably have to overpay for it in order to get the deal accepted. FHA is not competitive when you have a lot of conventional and cash offers because FHA loans have a lot more conditions that need to be satisfied in order to close. And so because of this, his friend was having a hard time finding a good deal to purchase. Well, Chandler bought this 4-unit, either cash or conventional. I don't remember the details, I apologize. But he bought this 4-unit and then sold it at cost to his friend. And I'll link this video above if you guys are interested in watching it and hearing some more details. But why would Chandler do this? He could have made a lot of money on this 4-unit himself, but instead he pretty much gave it away to his buddy that was trying to get into the business. Well, it's because this 23-year-old spent the time working with Chandler, building that relationship, and I'm sure there's some things behind the scenes that I don't know about either. However, they were friends, and so Chandler is already successful in the field of real estate investing. He wanted to help his friend out, and he was willing to sacrifice some profit he could make on this deal to help his friend become successful. His buddy got access to a 4-unit with only $13,000 out of pocket that will probably make him tens of thousands of dollars over the life of that investment. That pays back any money he spent on building that relationship, and that's one deal. Now let's take it a step back. There's a reason why education comes first before building relationships. Because let's say Chandler's buddy came to him and said, hey, I want to buy a 4-unit, but knew nothing about real estate investing. Well, that's very hard to be taken serious by these people that are successful in the field if they see you haven't spent the time, energy, or money educating yourself to at least understand the basics before asking them for help. There are so many resources you can take advantage of that are free or paid to learn 90% of what you need to learn for any field you're going into. And then you can really maximize the efficiency of the time you're asking for from these successful investors or successful businessmen, because you're asking them things that you can't really learn in books. You're asking for real world experiences and learning from the mistakes and failures that they've had to overcome. In addition, by educating yourself, you've put yourself in the position to be able to help these people and not just take, but be able to offer something in return and help them grow their business while they also help you. And so guys, I know this may not be what you wanted to hear today. Maybe you were hoping to watch this video for some get-rich-quick scheme, or you really want to learn how to take that $1,000 you saved up and invest in the stock market to get some great dividends and earn some passive income. And you know, you could throw your $1,000 in the stock market and start making a little trickle of income. However, that does nothing to help you learn how to create more wealth. Sure, if you're just looking to work your W-2 job, your 9 to 5, put $1,000 in the stock market in an index fund and continue to do so every week or every month for the next 40 years, and you'll make some great money. However, if you're looking to really build wealth quickly, I think the best way to go is to invest that $1,000 in, once again, knowledge and relationships, and that'll help you skyrocket and grow the skills to build that wealth quicker. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video today. I really appreciate all the support. Leave a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day, guys.